But I was wondering then, so when you got here, what sort of vision did you have for the program? Obviously, you had experience from another university.
Sure.
Did you see something here, and were you something catch your eye to say, I think we should implement this for this School of Engineering to really improve? Did you have any sort of vision, or did that happen just as the years passed by?
Good question. So why I was excited to join Case Western Reserve is that the Case Institute of Technology and before that the Case School of Applied Sciences, I mean, they have a rich and celebrated history. So
Hmm.
back as a graduate student, when I was applying to the United States to come here to grad school, I had the Case was on the list of places to consider. So it's got an international reputation,
Okay.
and it reached me even back I was in India, right? So Case is a celebrated institution. So when I was approached for this position, clearly I saw potential. But I to be in all honesty, I think there is a lot of room for us to go up now.
Hmm.
So there was a lot of potential. There was a lot of celebrated history. So that was my initial overall sort of view from the outside, so to speak. So I came from Purdue, which is a large
Oh,
institution,
yes.
large faculty. Everything is big over there. When I came here, I made a quick observation. It's not a deep observation. It's an obvious thing to say, which is that we are too small to do everything and do it well. Because Case is probably like a fourth the size of Purdue, right? So faculty wise. So my initial starting point was, therefore, in order to be an excellent place, you needed to pick and choose what you wanted, what you wanted to focus on, and do it well.
Hmm.
And that is an interesting question because who decides what a university should focus on? Well, I decided that what I would do in my early year and a half or so, I decided to have a school-wide exercise where I invited our faculty and other staff colleagues on the research side to come and pitch ideas on what we thought should be our core strategic areas. And I said a handful of them, maybe 5 or 6 of them. So rather than decide it from the top, and rather than ask our faculty members to write like long, you know, proposals on what it should be, I thought I'll make it interesting and asked for like 5-minute pitches.
Yeah.
So like, the Shark Tank type stuff.
Yep.
So in December of 2019, our faculty colleagues and staff, research colleagues, they all came together and we had like a day-long presentation, faculty members saying, this is an important area for us. I actually set some criteria in when I said, these should be areas where you're already good at, so that it's not like you can't on a whim decide we're going to be great at basket weaving and be the best basket weavers in the world. You can't do
No.
that, right?
No.
So you got to pick areas where you're really good at.
Yeah.
And so that was one important thing. The second one is it should be an area where the future looks rosy, mainly because people should care, right? I mean, you can look at things that were very important 100 years ago, maybe a steam locomotive or something, right? I mean, it was cool back then, but it's no longer relevant. So it's got to be relevant, meaning people should care about it. There should be potential to make impact. There should be funding available. And it should resonate with the local ecosystem outside of the university. So what are these areas? So we had an exercise of that sort. So essentially, long story short, we needed to identify areas in which we are good at, and it cannot be too many of them. And then after that, focus everything towards trying to get better in those areas by hiring more faculty in the areas, going after research grants that support those areas, supporting students in those areas. So that's how we fitted out the research mission. So in the end, my vision would be that when people say K School of Engineering, there is a quick 1 or 2 sentence description of, oh, that's what they're known for.
Yeah.
And I think that's what brings, and once you start saying it, repeating it, eventually it becomes
It'll
the
stick.
reality,
Yep.
So we need to be known for something. And what is it? We need to identify what it is,
Hmm.
and we need to do it. And that's what we are doing with all these areas. And eventually there'll be some theme that emerges that says, oh yeah, the world, we get really good at it, and the world says, oh yeah, you're really, really good at that.
Yeah.
And so that's the vision that I have, that we are known for something.
Yeah.